Good morning, distinguished delegates, esteemed guests, and fellow student leaders. My name is Rodrigo Prieto, a grade 11 student from Paref Southridge School.
And I am Kyrieus, a grade 10 student from Paref Woodrow School. And we are your event hosts for today.
On behalf of the Building Bridges Committees and organizing team, we warmly welcome you to the Building Bridges Students Conference. Your presence here today reflects your dedication to leadership, collaboration, and global citizenship. And we are thrilled to have you all join us at this summit.
That's right. Your presence here today is a true testament to learning how to be the best leader you can be and your commitment to developing your skills and values as a leader. This is a space for learning, collaboration, and inspiration, and we are glad to have you here today.
To begin our program, let us take a moment to center ourselves as we start with an opening prayer. Okay, let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, our hope and seat of wisdom. Amen.
Thank you, everyone. Now let us all turn to the flag as we sing the Philippine National Anthem.
Please be seated. Today, we have the privilege of gathering student leaders from various regions in the Philippines to share ideas and cultures. To begin this special event, it is our great honor to introduce Mr. Daniel M. Moran, the current PAREF President and Chairman of the Board, to deliver the opening remarks.
All right. So, welcome and good morning to everyone here. It's really great to see so many young people after spending 2 days with older guys. But anyway, I want to welcome everyone here to this student leader portion of the conference. Of course, it's my pleasure to welcome all the leaders that are here today. We bring together a lot of great minds from across the country, united by a common goal to learn, collaborate, and lead with integrity. First, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Pete Paciorek, who will be our guest speaker today from the IMG Academy. So welcome, Pete. Our esteemed guest speaker has extensive experience in research and books on character development through sports, leadership, and will provide invaluable insights for all of us today. So we're really greatly honored to have you here, Pete. So this is day 3, anyway, for us in this Building Bridges conference. But it's an exceptional opportunity for student leaders to come together from diverse backgrounds and to exchange ideas and gain exposure to many things like government, community service, and many more. More importantly, it's a space for meaningful collaboration. We will work together to develop solutions for challenges that we face in our communities today. Throughout the day, I understand that you guys are going to explore a lot of key topics, including, of course, character building and leadership through sports and other activities. I understand you're also going to talk about career planning and future readiness, as well as the role of local government in your respective communities, and how we can best collaborate to make ourselves more effective and productive members of society. So we're really proud to have strong representation at this event with over, I understand, 300 student leaders joining. That's outstanding. A total of 7 parish schools and 4 non-parish schools are participating, a testament of our shared commitment to leadership and service. It's truly inspiring to see all the parish schools gathered together from all over the country, come together not only to strengthen our own communities, but also to reach out and collaborate with each other from the different schools throughout the country. This initiative reflects a true spirit of leadership, building connections, fostering growth, and creating a lasting impact in our own circles. So I really want to commend the student leaders for, first of all, having led the first 2 days of this conference, which, by the way, was very successful. And of course, for taking this initiative to invite other schools as well and facilitate this meaningful exchange that you guys are going to have today. Your dedication to learning from one another and working together for a better future is truly commendable. At a time when our country and this world as well urgently needs good leaders of integrity, character, and strong moral values, it's inspiring for us to see so many of you stepping up to the challenge. This gathering is not just a conference. It's a moment towards transforming leadership and friendships as well. This, to my knowledge, is really the largest tariff-wide student assembly I've ever seen. That's an incredible milestone. So in closing, I just want to express my gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this summit a reality. Of course, I know that Mr. Manuel Toya, who I don't see here this morning, helped put this together. Of course, your tutors and some of your other organizers. Well, together we can all empower each other to make truly a positive impact in our communities today and for the future. So congratulations to all the student leaders who have worked so hard to make and organize this summit. I wish you all a productive and enriching experience today and for the rest of your school days. So thank you very much and welcome and good morning to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Moran, for the welcoming remarks, and we hope all of you are equally as excited as we are to begin this seminar. Before we continue on with the program, there are many people here from different schools in the Philippines, many unfamiliar faces. So we would like to introduce from Manila, Par of Southridge, Par of Woodrose, Par of Rosehill, Par of Northfield, Ateneo de Manila, and Assumption College San Lorenzo. From Cebu, we have Par of Springdale and Par of Southcrest. And from Iloilo, we have Par of Westbridge. And lastly, from Cagayan de Oro, Par of Roseville.
Now to start off, we have a fun icebreaker activity, bingo. In your registration kits, you will find the bingo card. And throughout the day, your challenge is to find peers who match the descriptions on your card. They can be people from Southridge, Woodrose, or wherever, so long as there are other schools that are participating today. So we encourage everyone to reach out and talk to new people.
This is a wonderful opportunity to connect with fellow delegates, learn about their experiences, and build lasting relationships. But before that, be sure to keep your bingo cards on hand because we're not just playing for fun. At our social night later today, we will be checking to see who managed to complete a full bingo.
That's right. So if you've got a full row, column, or even the whole card, be ready to share. And even if you didn't get a bingo, the real prize is all the great connections you'll make today.
Exactly, Rodrigo. We've got a long day ahead of us. So without further ado, let's start building bridges. Leadership is a value deeply rooted. Okay, wait.
Everyone, please accomplish your bingo throughout the day and please take your seats as of right now. We still have another talk. Sorry, everyone.
Everyone, please settle down because we still have many more activities to do today. You can accomplish your bingo cards throughout the rest of the day. Please settle down.
Everyone, please return to your seats. There's no rush on the bingo cards. It's still the end of
Everyone
the day.
on the left side of the auditorium, please sit down and you can continue the bingo cards later.
Guys, can you please sit down? The bingo name. Just sit down. Why? We'll do the bingo later. Take care. Bingo's not.
Everyone, settle down, settle down. We still have a lot more to do.
Please return to your seats.
Okay. Do you want to yeah, it was very heavy schedule, right? Yeah. So, do you want me to like
Okay, everyone, let's try to be quiet for a while. Everyone, let's try to be quiet. Shh.
I still hear people talking.
Everyone, shh. Okay, we're going to begin.
That's good enough.
Leadership is a value deeply rooted in vision, integrity, and commitment. It is with great honor that we introduce to you all an individual who embodies these principles and has dedicated his career to nurturing the next generation of leaders.
Joining us today is Dr. Pete Paciorek, the head of leadership and character development at IMG Academy, and a Doctor of Education in Servant Leadership. Here to talk to us about student leadership and with his dedication to fostering strong, principled leaders, Dr. Paciorek has inspired countless individuals to lead with confidence, character, and purpose. Please join us in giving him a warm round of applause as he takes the stage.
Okay, hi everybody, welcome. We're gonna have some fun today. It's not gonna be just me talking. We're gonna do some interaction, but we're gonna need. I only get an hour and a half with you all, so I want to make sure everybody stays very engaged, paying attention, lifting each other up, so we can all continue to learn from each other. I want to start by thanking all the student leaders in the room that made this event come to fruition. So if we can give a round of applause, everybody, a big round of applause. It takes an awful lot of work. This is something that I want to do at my school at IMG Academy, to have a character formation or character development conference for our coaches, our teachers, and for people from all around the world to come. So being here today, I realize it's a lot of work to do this. So I know I can rely on all of you when we try to set up our own conference for the student leaders that did all kinds of work to help this come to fruition. I want to thank Sir Man Rintoy. I don't know if he's here today, but if we could give Mr. Rintoy a round of applause, please. Mr. Rintoy is one of the true leaders in the world, not just in Philippines, but in the world of character formation experts. So you all here at the pair of schools, and those of you who are from different schools as well, are very fortunate. I don't know, sometimes when we have somebody who's around us all the time, maybe we don't fully appreciate. Hopefully you do. But Sir Rintoy is so respected around the world. I come from the United States and so respected around the world. So be sure when you see Sir Rintoy that you thank him for this event, and you appreciate every bit of wisdom that he shares with you, because it's going to help you not just be successful in high school, it's going to help you be successful in life. And then I also want to note Mr. Danny Moran for all the work. He and I have been in contact for probably the last couple years,
And I remember when he invited me out to this, it seemed so far away. And now that I'm actually here, I've had a chance to have 4 presentations with coaches, parents, teachers, educators. And I love doing that. But what I'm most excited about is today. He's getting a chance to work with high school students like you all today. I get to work with 1,500 high school student athletes at IMG Academy and to share my knowledge, and just so excited that you all are here and looking forward to learning with you all. Okay, so I like to do activities. Let's see if this clicker will click. You have to turn on the clicker. I got it. Oh, too far. Okay, so we're going to have a friendly competition. Can I get 2 volunteers? 2 volunteers right here, you 2. Actually, let's go 1 from this table. I need 1 more volunteer. 1 more volunteer right there. Yes, right here. Come on down. Okay, just 1 of you. Let's take 1. Come on up. All right, give them a round of applause, please. Tell me your...
I'm Nina Ponce.
Lena and...
My name is Joaquin.
Lena and Joaquin. Okay, Lena, what school are you from?
I'm from Paciorek Rose Hill.
Sheriff Rose Hills in the house. Okay, and Joaquin, where are you from?
I'm from part of Westbridge.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay, so we need to make sure everybody's very quiet so we can hear Lena, right? Nina, sorry. Nina and Joaquin. We're going to have a competition. So I'm going to click the screen, and whoever is able to shout out the image first, not you all, because it'll get too hectic and crazy, but just Nina and Joaquin, okay? And we're going to keep track and have a little fun, friendly competition between 2 students and their schools. Okay, ready? Are you ready? Okay. Peanuts, okay. 1-0. There we go. I love the energy in the room today. I love this energy. Okay, here we go. Get ready. I think with the computer, maybe if you put it up on the ledge. Chips. All right, all right. Got it. Okay, Nina got that one. All right, so tell me your school again.
Paciorek Rose Hill.
Check. Check. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Guacamole! Very popular in the United States is guacamole. Okay, 1-2. I think we got it here. Nina got it. Popsicle. Okay, so remember, as leaders, whether you're leaders of your school, leaders of sports teams, leaders on the theater team, leaders in your community, leaders in your church, it's important to respect everybody, right? So if you want to, kind of like in sports, if you want to sub somebody out from your school, if you feel like, hey, you know what, this isn't my best category, I can have humility and I can say, oh, you know what, I have a teammate who maybe they might be stronger at this. And then you go and you tag their hand and they come out. Okay, so if you want to, just let me know. Okay, the score is 3-1. Okay, here we go. Mozzarella stick. Joaquin, do you want to have somebody come in for you?
Yeah.
Okay, Joaquin, Joaquin is showing humility. It's very important as a leader to show humility. And what is your name? That says Ted.
Yeah.
Ted. Okay, we have Ted here from what school?
Harry Westbridge.
Harry Westbridge. Okay, give it up. Okay. It takes a lot of humility to rely on your teammates. You don't have to always do it all by yourself. You have other people working with you. Okay, so it's 4-1. Here we go. I think Ted got it. All right. 4-2. 4-2. Okay, here we go. What kind? Chocolate chip cookie. Okay, 5-2. Laugh out loud. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so
My check.
now we pivoted from food to acronyms. So you don't want to say LOL, because we all know it's LOL. You have to say laugh out loud. Okay, so the score, I believe, is 5-2. Is it 6-2? 6-2, thank you. Okay, so if you feel like you're not good at acronyms and you want to bring somebody else in, you can. Or if you're getting tired, you can have a teammate come out, or if you want to keep bringing it. You want what's your first name?
Nina.
Nina, you want Nina to stay here? Okay. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so as people of faith, we want to make sure it's oh my gosh, not the other one.
Oh my gosh.
Okay? Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to give that one to Ted. Okay? 6-3. Nina was not very happy with me on that one. Okay. 6-3.
ETA. Estimated time of arrival.
Estimated time of arrival. Okay.
ETA.
Here we go. 6-4. Comeback for Ted.
SAP.
As soon as possible. Good shot.
Guys, sorry, I only have
Okay. So keep in mind that you're all classmates, you're all teammates, even though you're from different schools. Fun competition. It can be hard to be on stage, right? In sports and theater and different areas. So realizing that sometimes there's a little pressure, a little stress. Okay, so give each other some grace. Okay, so what's the score now?
7.
7-3, 7-4, 7-4. Okay, here we go. A couple more.
POV.
Point of view and
FOMO. I don't know what it is.
Home. What is that home?
Yo, what's FOMO? What's that? What's that?
fear of missing out.
Did I get that point?
Okay, there might be one more. I'm not sure. Let me check. No. Okay. Give a big round of applause to our volunteers. All right. Microphone's right here.
One. I won.
Yeah, boys.
Okay.
Not yet.
So we have character coins from my organization. There's character coins, and it says, "Oh, you both stay here." So it says, "Committed to continuing excellence." Okay, and there's 5 virtues: integrity, service, respect, leadership, legacy, and is that 5? Yeah, I think that's all 5. So they each get a character coin. Here you go. Here you go. And Nina, because you were the champion, you either get a white pair of IMG sunglasses or a black pair of IMG sunglasses. Which one? Just one. Just one. The white one? Black one. Okay. Can you open them and put them on so we can get a picture? Okay. So we're going to do some interactive stuff. We're going to learn. We're going to have fun. we're going to learn. So these are I'm going to share with you my 3. Who has a photo? Can I get a picture with you, Nina? Right here. Anybody have a camera? Right here. Okay, Nina. Yeah, there we go. Nina, this way. There we go. Good job, Nina. Okay, so we're going to have some fun, but once we bring it back together, I want to make sure everybody's focus is back here. Make sure you focus with me. So can you give me 2 claps? Everybody right now, 2 claps. Okay, 2 claps. 2 claps. There we go. When we get the 2 claps, it means we get back together and we get back focused, okay? I'm a coach. I've been a coach for 30 years. Okay, the character makeup of a leader, not the makeup you put on your eyes, but the makeup. So in the United States, when you're playing sports, professional scouts, so I played for the Los Angeles Dodgers and I played for the San Diego Padres, and they talk about your makeup. So you have to be talented, but they also talk about your character and your character formation. I played with a bunch of many great athletes who did not have strong character, and they got cut, and they didn't make it because of their character. So important. So we're going to talk about that today. And by the way, whoever created this Building Bridges logo, can we give them a round of applause? I don't know. I'm almost 50 years old, and I have a 15-year-old daughter, a 13-year-old daughter, and a 10-year-old son. And they say, Dad, don't try to use any cool language. But that logo is very clean. I don't know if that's a cool word or not, but very clean. Okay, so good job. Okay, so you all should have a pen. Okay, and I want you to take some notes. So I have some pictures that I'm going to show from the last couple of days. By the way, those of you who performed last night at the festival, raise your hand if you performed yesterday. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I see some hands. Right here. There we go. That was unbelievable. So awesome. I was so inspired. Okay, great job with that. Okay, so here's some of the keys to leadership, and I want you to write these down because these are very important. With our athletes at IMG Academy, many of them go and play in the NFL, play in the MLS, play in Major League Baseball, and I get to work with a lot of them, and we talk about what we're talking about today, the importance of your leadership, the importance of your character, and the importance of serving other people. Okay, so leadership is having a positive impact on other people. If your impact on others is not positive, you're not being an effective leader, okay? And I always say this. I have athletes come in my office and they sit down and they say, Dr. P, can you help me be a better leader? I want to lead on the field. I want to lead on the locker room. And I always say, you have to lead yourself before you can lead other people. Okay, no one's going to follow you if you're not doing the right thing in all areas of your life. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, okay, but if you want to be a leader, you got to lead in all areas of your life, not just in sports, not just in school, not just in one area, but the best leaders lead in all areas. And then lastly, leaders are consistent. You can't be inconsistent, okay? So we're going to move on here. I don't know if you can see this slide from the back. Don't worry about the piece on the right because I'm going to pass something out. We'll work on that later. But one of our football players at IMG Academy, we were the #1 football team in the United States. And we had a player who's going to University of Oregon, and he's the #1 linebacker, if you know football. And he came in and talked to me and said, Coach, I want to learn how to lead on the field better. So we sat down and every week he would come in and we would talk, and his leadership would grow and his leadership would grow. And these are his name is Gavin Nix, and his jersey number is the number 6. And so we call him G6. Okay, so on the back of your sheet of paper, I want each of you to come up with your top 6 leadership values. What are the most important to you? And I want you to put your initials. So if your initials are, let's say, what's your name? Terrence? Terrence T. So he would put TT, and you have a favorite number? 8. So TT8, these would be his leadership principles. Okay, so I want everybody to work on this. If you can't see the board, what Gavin Nick said for his is he brings his best self. He brings his best self to everything. Okay, he respects other people. He leads by example. He leads with his voice, and he also leads with his actions. He balances his priorities, timeliness, and he's present. He's available. He's supportive of his teammates. Okay, so it could be one word, it could be a phrase, but I want each of you to come up with your top 6 leadership principles. Okay, even the student leaders that are helping, I want you all to do this as well. So if you can write down your top 6 leadership principles. Okay, take about another minute, and it's not the person next to you's top 6, it's your top 6. What's so important to you? There's no right and there's no wrong answer. If you want to be a leader, you have to form the type of person that you want to be. And I know at the pair of schools, you have a lot of great virtues that your teachers work on. Okay, so take another 30 seconds. Okay, if you have not finished, that's okay. We're going to continue to work on this throughout the day this morning. Okay, would anybody be willing, and if our student leaders, if anybody has a loose mic, if we can get that loose mic ready to go, anybody willing to share? It takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there and put your values out there publicly, because now you have to be accountable to those values. Anybody willing to share? I recognize my man over here who was the lead singer in the band. I know if you're the lead singer, you're a good leader. You want to share yours? Yeah? Okay, can we bring the mic over to this gentleman over here? Okay, thank you for sharing. Thank you for the courage. And then we'll come back to you after, okay? Give it up for him.
Hello.
Okay, tell us your name, please.
Hello, my name is Paco Lam.
Great to meet you. Great job last night with your team.
Thank you, sir. Well, I wasn't done yet. I was only able to put 3.
Just tell us your 3.
All right. So my 3 were confidence. Well, you have to have confidence when you lead.
Hold on one second. Okay, make sure when your teammates are talking, I know there's 300 people in the room, but respect is very important as a leader. Okay, so please tell us again.
Yeah. So my first one is confidence. You have to have confidence when being a leader, because if you're unsure with yourself, the people who are following you they won't be able to believe in you, or if since you're their spearhead, they won't be able to believe in themselves. If their leader is unsure, how can they be sure?
Tell us your nickname. Do you have a nickname?
I guess I just go by Paco. I don't.
Paco. Okay. You all see, if you know Paco, do you see confidence in Paco? Yeah, tell him. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. You know, sometimes whether young men or young women think that it's not okay to give each other compliments. If you see somebody doing good things, tell them. Don't be afraid to share. So Paco, I saw confidence in you last night. That was terrific. What are your other 2?
My second one is reputation. So you have to have a good reputation, a good background. If you come from, or if you've done bad things, it's hard for your people to build trust in you.
Okay. Reputation. You can also say character.
Yeah, character.
Right. Great. What's your third one?
My final one is self-mastery. You have to know yourself to be able to help others.
Okay, awesome. So Paco, we have one more speaker over here. Paco, can you come forward, please? I have something for you. So it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there like Paco did. This is something that my colleague at IMG Academy, he was a 4-time Olympian in the 100-meter dash. He won 2 silver medals and a gold medal running against Usain Bolt. Have you heard of Usain Bolt? Okay, so my colleague who works in my department with me, his name is Richard Thompson. He and I did a talk on some what we call civil virtues at the Boys and Girls Club. And this is one of the leftover cards that we had. We each signed it, and I said on there, keep leading. I signed it, and then Coach Thompson signed it as well. And he put his 100-meter time on there. His time in the 100 meters is 9.82 seconds. That's pretty amazing. So this is, my autograph is not worth as much as his, but this is pretty cool. It's laminated. You can keep it. So Paco, for being bold and sharing, this is yours. Okay. Take that home.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Paco. And we had one more person over here who was willing to share. Let's go right here.
Hi, my name's Yana. Hi.
What is your name?
My name's Yana.
Yana. Okay.
So I completed autistic. One of them is positivity. I believe that a leader should be able to be positive towards whatever community they're leading, because even like, let's say for sport, even if they lose, I feel like it's important for them to remind. It's okay to be sad when you lose in a game, but obviously you have to be reminded that that games are usually meant for fun, because
I love that. Positive impact is so important. Give me two more of yours.
all right. Okay. Okay. So another is perseverance or determination. I feel like you should be determined to put 100% in everything that you do. I remember something that my parents used to tell me, like, put your 100% in all the things that you do, even if because sometimes your 100% isn't your 100% yesterday, today, tomorrow. It varies, but if you put all of your effort into everything that you do, I feel like that's a really good quality as a leader. And then the
I love
last,
that. Perseverance. And you have very wise parents as well.
I love them. The last one, devotion to God. I think this is kind of, maybe this is kind of biased because I grew up in a really Christian household. I love my dad. I find it important to serve God, because if you serve God, I feel like you are more daring with whatever you do. Because you can always fall back to God, and I feel like leaders who truly believe that should be able to be It highlights other qualities that they have. If they are devoted to God, they can bring out all of their other positive qualities: determination, kindness, integrity.
I love that. Can everybody tell us your first name again?
Yana.
Yana. Give it up for Yana. All right. Yana, I agree with you 100%. Do you want to have a signed card, or would you rather have sunglasses or a notebook?
Can I have a signed card, please?
Signed card. Here you go. Give it up
Thank
for
you.
Yana. All right. Congratulations. Good job. Thank you. Okay. Great job. I loved what Yana said. Okay. One of the things I wanted to say, we'll have some other opportunities for volunteers as well, is there's a lot of titles as you get older and you work hard at different things. There's titles of being a parent, being a coach, being a doctor, different things. For me, the most important title is exactly what Yana said about your faith, and knowing that I like to introduce myself not as a former professional athlete or a doctor of character education, but as a child of God. Okay, I see myself as a child of God, and every single one of you in this room, I see all of you as children of God as well. So when you look at each other that way, it's so easy to see the good. But when you look at it other ways, especially when you're in high school and you're competing and you think you have to be against them, you can still compete hard, but you compete with respect and you value each other. So I've seen that over the last 4 days at Paris schools in Southridge here on campus with all of the students. So I really appreciate that from all of you. Okay, so we're going to move on now. My clicker will work here. Okay, what I want to do now is I want you to do a turn and talk. Okay, actually, let me go back. So you see the 3 circles? I want you to draw 3 circles on your piece of paper. Okay, 3 circles. This is called the purpose model. On the inside circle, I want you to be honest with yourself. Leaders have to be honest. Put in the inside circle who you are right now. What type of person are you right now? Okay. And then on the outside circle, I want you to write, who do you want to become? Who are you hoping to become? Okay. And then that middle circle, I want you to think about a habit or 2 habits or 3 habits to help you get from where you are now to where you want to go. Okay. This is called the purpose model. And as a leader, if you don't have a clear purpose, guess where you're going? Nowhere. Thank you. You're going nowhere. Okay. If you don't have a clear purpose, you don't know where you're going. Okay. So I want you to take a minute to fill out this activity. This is one of my students' favorite activities to do because it really helps them learn how to create habits that will help them be successful in life. Okay. Take a minute to do this. And this next slide might help you as well. Guys. Okay, inside circle is who you are now. And then this is the middle one. The second one is your habits. What are some good habits that you can do? And then to get to the outside circle is your outcomes, who you want to be. Okay, so inside circle is who you are now. Middle circle is your habits. What type of habits? Do you have healthy habits? Do you have good habits? Or do you have negative habits that help you become the person, the woman, the man that you want to be with your character formation? Okay, I want you to do what we call at IMG Academy. You might do this at your school, called a turn and talk. I want you to turn and talk with the person next to you and talk about list your purpose or your passion. And then I want you to talk about where you want to go. And then I want you to list at least tell them one habit that you want to do to help you get there. I should hear some conversations going now. Have some conversations with your neighbor. Share with each other. Okay, thank you, everybody. I've heard some really good conversations going on, sharing your purpose. If we can get 2 claps. Let me get 2 claps. I only hear some of you. Let me get 2 claps. There we go. Now everybody's back. I like that 2 clap thing. Okay, so we were just talking about purpose. We were thinking about our purpose. Your purpose could be different in different things. It might be your spiritual purpose, your faith purpose, and then you might have a sports purpose, or you might have an academics purpose, or you might have just overall purpose of being a good person. Okay, what I want to do now, I have a little game we're going to play. I need 8 volunteers. I need 4 men and 4 women. Okay, 1, 2. 1. 1. Yeah. Yes. Yes, right here. Right here. Yeah. Where did you already go? Okay. So we need one person on. So the girls will match up against each other. So one person on each side of the cup. We have these Gatorade cups. Okay. Same thing here, gentlemen. One person on each side. Okay. Now let me look at your name tags. Okay. We have Andy, Via. Is that right? Via, Nikki, Bella, Austin, Cedric, Pete. Yes. Pete. Yeah. There we go. And is it Bryce?
It's pronounced Ice.
Kais. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a competition here. You've probably done this. It's called head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Okay. So I need a judge. Can I get a judge? Let me go. Nina, since you won the award, come on, you're the judge. Okay. So if you've ever watched football, there's what American football. I'm sorry, not soccer, American football. There's what's called, let me get two claps. Let me get two claps. All right, there. Okay, I want to make sure everybody's paying attention. So the cups are lined up on this line. Can you move it on the line? So that line is called the line of scrimmage. If anybody's getting so low that their head is over the line of scrimmage, you're automatically out. So Nina's going to stand right here, and she's going to watch. You can be a little lenient. But if your head is over the line of scrimmage, that's not playing by the rules. So you can bend your knees, get down low, but your head cannot cross that line. Okay? So I'm going to go, don't go yet. I'm going to go head, and you got to put your hands on your head. Knees, shoulders, toes, ears. Now, if you touch the cup and I haven't said cup, you're automatically out. Okay, so are we ready? Okay, cheer for them, cheer for them. Okay, here we go. They got to be able to hear me. Okay, how they doing, Nina, with the line of scrimmage? Are they okay? Okay, knees, head, shoulders, nose, ears, eyes, heels, shoelaces, knees, shoulders, hips, eyes, ears, cup. You got to pull it. Now you got to grab it. Okay, so here's the way it works. If you got out, it doesn't mean you go back to your seat. You got to cheer on your partner. Okay, in life, we're not always going to win, right? But we have to be good sports. Okay, we have to be, thank you. We have to be strong citizens and leaders. Okay, so if your partner got you out, it's okay. You cheer for them. Okay, so who's left here? Kais, you'll go against Cedric. They got Pete out? I was hoping Pete was going to win the championship. Okay, so Kais, let's just go one cup. So put the other cup down. And who won here? What is it again? Andy against Bella. Okay, so just one cup. Okay, here we go. We're down to the final four. Okay, eyes, ears, knees, shoulders, shoes, knees, shoulders, eyes, ears, hair, head, forehead, knees, eyes, elbows, cup. Okay, we're down to two. The final round right here. Okay, put one of them down. Okay. Bella. Okay, Bella, what school are you from?
I'm from Woodrose.
Woodrose in the house. Okay. Cedric, where are you from?
Paris Springdale.
Springdale. Okay, we ready? Okay, hold on. Eyes, ears, shoulders, knees, elbows, knees, shoes, shoelaces, head, ears, eyes, eyebrows, shoulders, knees, elbows, feet, head, cup. Here we go. Okay. Everybody, high fives. Good job. Everybody, high five each other. Okay, Cedric, stay here. Okay. Would all of you like to see Cedric go against me? Okay. Here we go. Who wants to be the moderator? Okay, you got to be able to go pretty quick. Head, eyes, ears. Okay, tell me your name. Come on up. Give it up.
Hello, hello.
Oh.
Get some cheers on! Get some cheers on! Cheer them up! Cheer them up! I. Very good. Two claps! Two claps! Two claps! Two claps! Two claps! Alright, good. Good enough. Alright. You guys ready? Head, shoulder, shoes, shoelace, knees, shoulders, head, hair, ears, cup.
Great job, Cedric. Okay. Get a picture. Right here. Okay, Cedric. Would you like? Well, first of all, you get a character coin. Okay. Would you like a pair of white IMG sunglasses or an IMG notepad? Sunglasses. All right. Give it up one more time for Cedric. Okay. So that activity, it ties into what we were talking about, your purpose, right? We had a very narrow, singular purpose of who's going to grab that cup first. Imagine if you had that same focus every day when you got up out of bed about chasing your dreams. Imagine if you had a purpose and your why and you focused on that, just like I was trying to focus on it, beat Cedric, but he was just way faster. Cedric, what sport do you play? You play a sport? Cedric, do you play badminton? It must be quick hands to play badminton. I got to work on badminton. Okay, so your purpose is very important as a leader, probably the most important thing. That's why we spent a little time with it. Okay, so takeaways. Knowing your purpose, you could write these down if you want, or you could just remember them. Knowing your purpose allows you to commit to your goals. Your habits need to be in alignment with your daily actions. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, because I'm not perfect, but you want to make sure your habits are aligned and you're doing the right thing towards your purpose. So you got to look in the mirror. The only person that knows is God and you if you're doing the right thing. Okay? Having an other focused purpose. If it's just about you, when things get hard, you're going to go away from your purpose. But if you're focused on other people or making the world better, you're going to stay committed. Okay? All right, so we just did the cup game. I jumped the gun on that. Okay, so this is if my volunteers, student leaders, if you could pass out, we're going to pass out a worksheet to you all. Okay, this is very important. Probably the most important thing that you'll be able to learn, or hopefully you'll learn from me. Our students, we do this 3 times a year at IMG Academy. Okay, so it's called the Civil Virtues. It's rooted in 30 years of research on what makes for excellent leaders. Okay, so we're passing out a worksheet. Put your name on the worksheet where You could read it. And then also put today's date, which I believe is March 2nd, 2025. Okay? Before you start to fill it out, just put your name and the date. Don't start working on it yet because I want to share an example. It'll take 30 seconds for those worksheets to get distributed. Thank you, student leaders, for helping with that, because to distribute that many worksheets takes a long time, and I want to make sure we stay on schedule. I always like to honor your time. So glad you're here. You took time out of your day, out of your weekend, to grow as a leader. That's really awesome. Good for you. If you don't have a worksheet, please raise your hand. Raise your hand if you don't have a worksheet. We got one over here. We need one here. There we go. Everybody in here have a worksheet? Okay. Okay, can I get everybody's attention? I want to share a really personal story with you. I don't share this story that often. Okay, but it ties back to your purpose, or my purpose. Okay, so last year, can I get 2 claps? Can I get 2 claps? All right, everybody's back. Okay, so last year we had 15 NFL players, the National Football League training, and they asked me to do one leadership and character development workshop. I said, oh, only one? They said, okay, yeah, just one. That's all the time we have. We have more important things to do, like go train and lift weights. And I said, okay, I'll do one. So I gave them one, and we did what we just did. We talked about purpose. They drew their 3 circles. And one of the football players, he was from Dominican Republic. And if you look up his name, not now, but later, you can write his name down. It's Byron Matos, Bayron, last name Matos. He's the first Dominican Republic-born athlete ever to play in the NFL. That was his dream. He was young. He grew up, his father, he didn't have a father in his life. He had a mother who worked really hard to provide food and shelter for 7 brothers and sisters. And Byron slept on the ground. He didn't have a bed, and he grew up fairly poor. And so he was there, and he said, he told the whole group, and they were just getting to know each other. He was 6'8", 350 pounds, or probably more, and he could run a 4.8 40. And you can imagine that. Okay? So huge guy. I was kind of intimidated by him. And so he's talking about his purpose, and he raised his hand. He said, Dr. P, he called me Dr. P. He said, can I share my purpose? And he shared with all of us that his purpose was he wanted to get that chicken. And what that means in Dominican Republic is he wants to make money for his family so he can give back and take care of his family. So I told him, I said, Byron, that is really cool. That's a great purpose. That's going to keep you fueled. But I challenged him to think a little bit deeper, more than just the money. So then I shared my purpose. I said, I only had my mother in my life, and I'm sharing something personal with you all. I only had my mom in my life till I was 12 years old, and then she passed away. And I know that she's looking down on me every day. So my purpose, when I get to fly to the Philippines, and I get to fly around the world, and I get to work with my student athletes at IMG, is I want to make a positive impact in their life. Every single one of you, I hope I can make a positive impact from what you're learning. That's my purpose. That's what gives me energy and enthusiasm because I have a very clear purpose. I want to make my mom proud. And I think she is proud looking down on me. So then the NFL players, I shared that with them and they were touched by that. And then we came back around 30 minutes later as we were thinking a little deeper on our why. And Byron raised his hand. He had tears in his eyes and he said, Coach, or Dr. P, he said, you know what? Because you shared your purpose, you were vulnerable about making a positive impact to make your mom proud. He said, I want to do the same thing. He said, I want to get to the NFL because I want to make a positive impact and I want to make my mom proud. The Denver Broncos flew him out to Denver for an interview 2 days later, and the very first question they asked him was, what's your why? What's your purpose? A major league or an NFL football team, they didn't ask how good you are, how strong you are, how much can you bench press, how much can you squat, all that stuff. How good are you at football? They said, what is your purpose? What is your why? And all of a sudden, the Denver Broncos wanted him, and then the Miami Dolphins wanted him, and then all these other teams wanted him. He said, after he told them his why, he had them hooked. Everything he said, they loved him because they wanted him in their organization because he had a clear purpose. It wasn't about himself. It was about giving to other people and making his mom proud. They said, that's the type of person I want in my organization. So whether you want to be a professional athlete or you want to be a lawyer or a doctor, the people I want on my team are people that have a clear purpose and they want to serve. They want to serve other people. Okay, so I love sharing that story with you all. Okay, so now with the worksheet that you all received, don't fill it out yet, but hopefully you have your name. Hopefully you have the date on it. Okay, if I can click. So actually, we're going to look at this slide. So these are the virtues that, and there's other virtues that could be on there, but the research that we've done over the last 30 years shows that these are some of the virtues that show up in the best leaders. So if you have a phone, please take your phone out. Take a picture of that if you have a phone, but then please put your phones away after. Okay? So purpose, we already talked about that. Having humility, integrity, courage, joy, forgiveness, gratitude, compassion, empowerment, valuing other people's perspectives, foresight, future thinking, having that innovative spirit, and service and stewardship to other people. To me, that sounds like Jesus. When I think about who fits that. If I want to be like somebody, that's who I want to be like. I want to embody those qualities. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to share. If we can click to the next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, you might not be able to see this from the back. Okay, this is my continuum. I did this. I do it every 3 months or so. Okay, this is my, please put your phones away if you got your phone out so you're not distracted by your phones. Okay, so what you're going to do, and this is an example. Okay, so for me, my purpose is way over to the right. Okay, because I have a very clear purpose that fuels me every day. So that's one of my top virtues, but I'm not perfect at it. If it was a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably be an 8.5. But I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. Okay. And then let's see, what else do I have up there? Integrity, I put high. Gratitude's a big one for me. I'm very grateful for opportunities. I'm so grateful to be here with you all. Grateful to Mr. Moran. Grateful to Sorrentoy for inviting me. But then forgiveness. Okay, I'm very good at forgiving other people, but I'm not so good as a former professional baseball player. I used to let my performance as a baseball player, or I also played basketball. I played a lot of sports growing up. I let my performance dictate my value. Okay, so I had a hard time forgiving myself. Okay, so while forgiveness is so important, it's a Christian value to forgive other people. I also want you to think about being able to work on and cultivating being able to forgive yourself. Learn from your mistakes, but don't let your mistakes define you. Let me say that one more time, and I want you to write that down. Okay? Everybody write this down, please. Learn from your mistakes, but do not let your mistakes define you. Okay? So important. Many of you play sports at the pair of schools and the other schools that are here. Okay, you work hard. You give your best effort. If you don't have your best game, you can learn from it, but then you don't want to define who you are. Okay, so I want each of you, this is a really important activity. My student athletes, we do it 3 times a year, and they say this is the best thing for them to self-reflect. It's not about your neighbor. It's just about you. You're not going to share it with anybody else. This is just for you and you only to be honest. If you can't be honest with yourself, you're not going to grow as a leader. Okay, self-reflection is so important. So I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to let you all give you 3 minutes. Don't rush through it, but I want you to put each initial of each virtue on that continuum where you feel like it shows up for you. Okay, thank you. Work on that now. Okay, remember, this is only for yourself. It's not to share with your neighbor. It's for you because everybody's different. But the key to this is to be honest. If you're not honest with yourself, this isn't going to go to your mom and dad. It's not going to go to your head of school. This is for you to be honest with yourself. Somebody asked a really good question. Diversity in what aspect? So valuing other people's perspectives. The one on diversity. Learning from other people. Having a growth mindset. Not thinking that you know everything. Okay, a couple more minutes. Okay, it sounds like everybody's done. So if you're not quite finished, that's okay. You can finish it later. Please let me get 2 claps to bring you back. I didn't hear everybody. One more time. 2 claps. There we go. Thank you. Good unison. I saw that last night, singing in unison. Who was that? The chorale. What school? Woodrose. All of you were amazing, amazing, amazing. I took video because I want my daughters to see all the performers last night were from the solos to the bands to the just amazing, amazing. And the dancing. I wish I could dance like that. Okay, so if you take note on my sheet that I put up there, forgiveness is my lowest one. It's not forgiving other people though, but with all these virtues, if you're conscientious about it, you can have a growth mindset and grow in all these. Don't ever say, oh, I'll never have courage. Oh, I'll never be able to do that. But all of these virtues, you can grow and you can form and you can get better. Okay, so if you looked at, this is for me, it was from 2023. If I showed you a more recent one, but I couldn't find my most recent one, my forgiveness would have moved a little bit, not a lot, a little bit to the right because I work on it. I read about it. I'm conscious about it. I'm actively trying to be better at forgiving myself when I'm not perfect. Okay, maybe some of you are like that as well, or maybe you're very good at forgiving yourself. Okay, so this is just for you. You can share it with your parents if you want to. If you want somebody to help support you, you can share it with your friend, your best friend, your teammate, if you want to. So that way they can help hold you accountable, or you can just keep it with yourself and just in your heart say, I want to get better at these. Okay, so because it's a piece of paper and it's probably going to, for some people, it might get wrinkled up at the bottom of your bag. If you could take out your cell phone, if you have one, take a picture of it. So now, March 2nd, 2025, it's going to be saved in your phone. So as you're scrolling through your pictures, you're saying, in a month from now, and say, that was a really cool conference at Southridge, the Paris schools. And, oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, this is my continuum that I did with Dr. P. And, oh, yeah, I want to get better at these. I want to learn these. So they're going to be saved in your phone. And you could do this every 3 to 6 months to see if you're getting any better. Okay? So take a picture. And then once you've taken a picture and saved it, please put your phone back in your pocket, back in your bag so you're not distracted. It's the same rules I have for my students at IMG. We don't want them having their phones out because when they have their phones out, it's very easy to be distracted by the phone. Okay, we're moving on here. You all are doing an awesome job. I hope you feel like you're growing as a leader. It's hard. Leadership is hard. Serving other people is hard. So I'm not giving you any lightweight stuff. I'm giving you the heavy stuff, the good stuff, because Mr. Moran and all your teachers and the heads of school said this is an elite group. So I'm giving you the big stuff. I'm giving you the good stuff. So I want you to stay with me and stay focused. Okay, can we click to the next slide, please? Okay, so key takeaways. The 12 civil virtues make up good leaders, strong leaders. Okay, these virtues impact personal and team performance, and you need to be honest. You need to have honest self-reflection. Okay, we can go to the next slide, please. Okay, the 4 pillars of character. This is huge. Okay, who we are as people is not just, can I get 2 claps? All right, we need everybody to lock in. Okay. Okay, I can tell, I can read the room. Okay, I hear some conversations going on, side conversations, and it's a distraction to other people. Okay, so the 4 pillars of character. Performance character. We do not want to, that's very important. So can somebody in the front there read out loud or say out loud, what is performance character? The front table. Commitment to excellence. Okay? We all should be committed to excellence. Excellence in your academics, excellence in your friendships, excellence in your sports, excellence in how you treat your family, excellence in your faith and your commitment, so your performance. Okay? But we can't live in the red zone. If we live in that red zone all the time, this is what happens. Can you click to the next slide, please? If you live in the red zone, it's like sitting on a chair. You all have chairs. Imagine if I did a Taekwondo karate kick, because I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, and I kicked out one of those legs. What would happen? What would happen if I kicked out the leg? What would happen to the chair? It would fall. The chair would fall. Okay? Nina, what else would happen if you didn't fall? What would you have to do?
You have to stand up.
Okay. I never heard that. Yes, that's awesome. Give it up for that. That's a great response. You have to stand up. Wow, that's pretty deep. I like that. But what I was thinking, the answer I was thinking was you have to counterbalance, right? And what happens when you counterbalance? It leads to injury, burnout, all kinds of challenges because you're counterbalancing who you are. Okay, so we want to make sure we have performance character. We want to make sure we have moral character, which is the most important thing, is your moral character, your commitment to integrity. Anybody at this table have a definition for integrity? Anybody? Definition for integrity? You have one? Anybody have a definition for integrity? You have it? Okay. Over here. Yes. What's your name? Sita. Okay.
Integrity is having strong morals.
Love it. Give it up. Sita, give it up. Okay. Having strong morals. Okay, that's a terrific example. I will yes and to that because I appreciate what she said. Yes, and it's also doing the right thing when nobody's watching, as well as doing the right thing when it's hard. Okay, how do you treat your friends when you're having a bad day? Okay, we have the band over here. My man right there with the beard. This guy was jamming last night. The whole group was jamming, but at the end, you were tilted back like that, and you were feeling it right there. I love that. Okay, so holding each other to a high standard. Okay, always holding your teammates, your classmates to a high standard. Okay, so that's your moral character. Your intellectual character is not your IQ. It's not how smart you are or how smart the tests tell you you are. It's about your commitment to growth. Are you willing to grow? Do you listen to coaches, teachers, administrators? Are you listening to me? Are you here to learn from me? Because the pair of schools brought me in here as an expert in leadership to share with you all. So I'm here excited to share with you all. So I appreciate the engagement and those of you who are locked in and really learning. And your commitment to the truth, seeking the truth. If somebody says a rumor about somebody else or they're gossiping, are you going to believe that gossip? Or are you going to say, you know what? No, I'm going to learn about that person. I'm not going to just take that because somebody told me they're a mean person. I'm going to get to know them. I'm going to seek the truth. And then the last one is your civic character. Has anybody ever volunteered before? Raise your hand if you've ever volunteered. Raise your hand. Okay. Those of you who haven't, hopefully you'll get some opportunities to volunteer, give back, maybe work with the younger kids at the pair of schools. Okay, so thank you. Volunteering is great, but your civic character is who you are every day. How you show up into a room, how you show up to class, how you show up to your team, how you show up to the band, how you show up to the choir, how you show up to the chorale, how you show up to everything that you have the opportunity to do, that God has blessed you to do. Are you making a positive impact or are you not? Because there's two types of people only. There's the people that are uplifting and making the world better or their room they're in better. And there's those that are taking away what we call deflators. You're either inflating and lifting or you're deflating. Every single one in this room should be a lifter. You should be lifting. Okay, so that's that civic character right there. Okay, so we're going to do a balance activity. I need 8 more volunteers. People who have it. Let's go 2 from that back table. Hold on, I already did that. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there in the middle. Yeah. Let me see how many we have. Okay, come on up over here. Actually, okay, how many do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me get, yes. We get 2 here. Okay. Here we go. I think I know your mom too. It's awesome. Okay, So how do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me get 4 more. 4 more. Yes, come on down. Yes, come on down. Okay. Okay, we only need 2. Only 2 of you that just came. Okay, let me see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 girls. Girls, come over on this side. So you 6. Okay, we need 6 boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless you guys want to trade. Okay, so figure out 6 out. Okay, let's go. I'll try to get you guys next one. Okay. Okay. Boys, come over on this side. Girls, come over on this side. Stop. Hey. Okay. We're talking about the importance of having balance. Okay? Having balance in your life. You cannot be one-dimensional. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is a fun activity. It's a relay race. Okay, so you have to run up. You have to start behind that line. You have to start behind where it kind of slopes down. Okay, so the boys on this side, one at a time, you have to run, and the cups are stacked in 10. Okay, you got to take them 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom. Then you got to do okay, so you have to stack it like that, like a pyramid. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then after you stack it all the way up, you're going to unstack it back down, put it in a straight cups, come and high five your teammate, and the next person goes. Okay? And we're going to see who the champion is, the boys or the girls. Who thinks the girls are going to win? Who thinks the boys are going to win? Okay. Okay. Are you ready? On your marks. You got to be behind the crease. Okay, you see where it kind of comes down? Okay, you got to make sure you stay behind it until they touch your hand, then you go. The 4 pillars of character. Okay, we're balancing the 4 pillars of our character. Okay, on your mark. Get set. Let me tell you a story. I'm just kidding. Okay. On your mark. Get set. Go. Hold on, you got your double here. You're double here. You're double here. Don't be double. Can't be double. No, you got your double. Make sure you're not double stacked. Make sure you're not double stacked on the bottom. There we go. Now down. Grab that down. Wow, they're moving. That's good. Moving. Easy. Easy. Make sure. Oh, you're double stacked. Double stacked. So now you got it. You got it. You're double stacked right here. You got a double right here. You're double. No, the bottom. You're double. You have 2. Double, 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 double. Go, go, go. Wow. I have to tell you, that was probably the most intense cup stacking. I mean, at IMG, we have football players doing this, and they're like going crazy. I love that energy. Awesome energy, ladies. Great job. Give it up for the ladies. Good job, ladies. Give it up for the guys. Good job, guys. Here. All right, gentlemen. Guys, come on up. Hey, guys, you just went. You 6 guys, come on up. Here you go. Hold on, guys. Let's get a picture with the points. Okay, turn around. Move back. Yeah, actually, come on stage.
Wait, you keep.
Okay, good job. Both the boys and the girls. That was a terrific competition right there. And what I love about it the most, can I get 2 claps? That was probably the weakest 2 claps we've had all day. Can I get 2 claps? All right, thank you. What I love about that is you were competing hard with respect. And I love the fact that, okay, the girls were so close, but they still supported each other. Okay, in sports and in life, that's going to happen. Okay, but your character is displayed in the tough times. Okay, your character is displayed in the tough times. You guys want that? Oh. So we want to make sure that you're always staying true to who you are as a person. Yeah, you might be frustrated. Your teammates, maybe in soccer, they let a goal in or something like that. But you know what? You think they feel bad about it? Absolutely. So support each other. So important to continue to support each other. How are we doing on that? Can we click to the last slide? Okay, so if you have a phone, we're going to do Q&A right now, questions and answers. But if you have a phone, if you could give some feedback, just short, it's only a 3-question survey. If you could, I love getting feedback and learning from you all. What did you like? What stood out for you? What are you going to continue to work on today? And also, I put on there my email address. If any of you want to email me because you have any questions about leadership or anything, you can feel free to reach out to me. That's my work email address at IMG Academy. Okay, so if you could provide me, it might take you 1 or 2 minutes to do the survey, and then I appreciate that. Okay, thank you all for your engagement. You all are awesome. What you stand for is amazing. So thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Paciorek, for the energy, the inspiring words, and the laughter you brought onto stage. Everyone give him another round of applause if you had fun today. Yes. Okay, we will now be opening the floor for questions and discussions. So we have 10 minutes. If you want to ask a question, please just raise your hand and me and Rodrigo will come to you. Okay, any questions?
Don't be shy. I'm leaving today, so ask questions if you have them. No? There's questions over here. All right, right here.
I think we have someone who has a question over here. What's your name?
Hello, I'm Diane, and is it okay if I ask for advice?
Sure.
So this year I'm running for batch representative, grade 10. So I want to ask just what's some advice you can give to get people to vote for me, because this is really important to me because I really want to help my classmates and I want to be a good leader.
Hey, everybody! I hear a lot of talking and conversations at the table, and make sure you're respectful to who's speaking here. Okay.
Yeah, so how do I get people to vote for me? Because I've been attempting to be helpful, but I understand that when it comes to voting in class, it depends on who has the most connections. So how do I form meaningful connections with other people before the speech or like the meeting de avance? Basically.
That's a great question. I can appreciate that question. And tell me your first name again.
My name is Diane.
Diane, thank you for that question and for the humility to ask that question. As leaders, that's something we all should be asking. How can I support my students, my fellow students, or my fellow classmates? Okay, so I have two responses to that, and I think this is important to think about. It's always about your intent. You want to look in the mirror and self-reflect and say, why, goes back to your why, but what's my intent for wanting to do this? Is my intent to serve my school, to serve my community, or is it for my own ego? Because I want to tell everybody, hey, I'm this or that. Okay, so it's very important that you think about your intent and your motive. Okay, is your motive to do good? Then by all means, go at it with all your heart. Okay, and if you get it, great. If you don't, you can say, you know what, my motives were pure. My motives were strong. I wanted to serve. If I get the position, awesome. If I don't, great. I've had positions like that I've interviewed for and I got them. I've had others I didn't. I know that God has a great plan for all of us. The other thing, and I said this earlier, is you need to be able to lead yourself before you lead others. So being consistent with how you treat people. Do you treat people kindly? Do you show compassion? Are you forgiving? It's about, and don't let your self-worth also, whether you are in the position or you're not in the position, don't let a position affect your self-worth. Okay, come back to your purpose, come back to your why, come back to knowing that your motive is pure. That's a terrific question, Diane. Thank you. Who else has questions?
Next, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, Dr. Pete. I am Tara from Southcrest. May I ask for your advice for student leaders who hope to uplift their team in a sport or especially student government after knowing that you could have performed better outcomes?
Sure. Are you thinking in sports or a play or a theater or in any area?
Like sports or like student government?
Student government. Okay. And so it's really about, it's a great question, Tara, right? Thank you, Tara. Is your team's going to know, your teammates will know if you care about them. Okay. And so you have to invest in your teammates. If you want to be a leader, you have to invest in your teammates each day, one by one. Everybody wants to be that great leader on the field. At IMG Academy, I have all these players that want to be that great leader like you see on the YouTube videos and all that. It starts with making one-on-one investments into your classmates, into your teammates, so they know that you truly care about them. So before you can lead a whole group, you have to show one-on-one that you care about people. So maybe after a tough game, and you lost that game, Tara, and you're walking back to the locker room, you're on the bus, and you realize there's a person on your team that maybe didn't have their best game. And you go put your arm around them, you talk with them, you show that you care about them. That's what the best leaders do. And that's how you form strong teams. And that's how you build strong cultures. It's the one-on-one investments. It's not usually the big group investments. It's usually that one-on-one leadership or you notice somebody who's down, notice somebody who's going through something hard, they're not feeling well, and you reach out to them and you lift them up. So it's about that one-on-one building. Okay, great question, Tara. I saw a hand over here. Yeah.
Yes. Wait, sorry. We have a question over here, Muna.
Okay, my name's Andy, and I'm from Parapujo School. And my question is mostly based off sports. Like, how do you find ways to self forgive yourself, even if it's because sports is also in a way part of my self esteem as well.
Yeah.
And if I mess up, it's
Andy, right? How many of us can relate to that where you let your sports performance affect your self-worth? Just be honest, raise your hand. Or your band performance. You let that affect your well-being. Okay? That's a lot of us, if we're being honest, we all do that. We all can probably learn in that and grow in that area. So Andy, what I always say is come up with your 4 or your 6 values. Remember the G6 principles? And that's what you care the most about. That's what's important to you. And I bet you not one of you, when you were listing your G6 principles at the very beginning of today, I bet you not one of you said winning a soccer game or scoring 5 goals or doing this in basketball. You talked about things that are more important. So after a game, let's say you have a bad game. I had plenty of bad games. Any baseball players here? Raise your hand if you ever play baseball. Softball. How about softball? Okay. Yes, there we go. So I had plenty of times where I went 0 for 4 in professional baseball, meaning I got up to the plate 4 times and I got out every time and I struck out every time. Okay. So you learn from it, but then you reflect and say, what's really important? You go back to your main values. You learn. You don't act like it didn't happen. You learn from what you didn't do well, but then you reflect on what is the most important to me. And now you can move on a little bit easier. It's still hard, but that's why it's so important to have your key 4 to 6 principles or values or virtues that make up who you are. Okay, thank you. Great question, Andy. And you can email me too if you want some more insights. Okay, I think we had a question over here.
Please be reminded before the next question that our next event is Mass. We'd like to remind everyone to practice the Eucharistic fast. Your question? What's your name again?
Hello, Dr. Pete. I am Mikey Jadan. I'm a grade 10 student from Para Rosehill. And my question to you is specifically about sports as well. Since I'm an athlete and I've been an athlete for 8 years, I'm a volleyball player for Rosehill. And I'd like to ask you, how do you keep your self-esteem up and keep cool under pressure? Because for me, at least, my experience is volleyball is a very mental sport. So it's easy to get rattled and it's easy to get complacent. But how do you keep cool and keep your head in the game?
That's a great question. It's Mikey.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Thank you, Mikey. Great question. Maintaining your composure, your poise when you're in a stressful situation. We've all been in those. I bet you Paraf tries to purposely get you. That's why sports are good. Theater's good. Where you get on stage in front of people is good because it forces you to be uncomfortable a little bit. That's when you grow, when you're uncomfortable. So, one of the things is knowing who you are, Mikey, being true to who you are. You seem like a leader. I've seen you on campus over the last few days. You seem like a very strong leader. And knowing that, what grade are you in? What year in school are you? 10th grade? Okay, so you probably have younger students, maybe, or even at the middle school, elementary school that look up to you. So realizing that because you're a talented volleyball player and you're passionate about it is if you as a leader on your team, and I'm sure there's other leaders on your team, but if you as a leader, if you lose your composure because the team is starting to snowball, what happens if you lose your composure? What happens to the rest of the team? Yeah, they all follow. So realizing that you're a role model, okay, you're somebody that other people look up to, and all of us in the room, every single one of us, even if you don't think you have any leadership skills, I can guarantee you can make a positive impact on at least one other person in this room. Some of you can make it even bigger, like very big impact. Okay, so don't limit what you can do. So the way you show up, Mikey, to everything, when your team is down, when your team is up, consistency. I said that in one of my first slides. Consistency of a leader is so important. It's hard, but if you think about others and not just ourselves, it's about ego and about ourselves, we could lose our. It's about the whole team. We're going to stay committed. The whole team. And trust me, we're not going to be perfect, right? But you have other teammates that can help hold you accountable as well. So it's so important that we never try to do it all by ourselves. The best leaders never accomplish anything by themselves. You have to have a leadership group and a team where you work together. Great question, Mikey. I don't know how we're doing time-wise.
That's all the questions.
Okay, we don't have time for questions, but you have my email address. If you have questions, I love supporting students. So however I can support, whether it's in sports or character or leadership, please let me know. Okay, thank you all for being engaged today and being awesome.
Thank you once again, Dr. Paciorek, for the thrilling activities and wonderful insights on what it means to be a leader. May we call on Jose and Christina to please present to Dr. Paciorek these tokens of gratitude. Before we continue our day, let us pause for a moment of reflection and gratitude. We invite everyone to join us for Holy Mass at the Southridge Auditorium.